Thank you for watching Pacific Senior Wellness and the Be Well with Meg YouTube channel dedicated to helping older adults and caregivers for older adults with tools and tips to increase overall wellness by boosting the brain and quality of life for the people we care for and about. As our loved ones age, medical, mobility, memory care issues may prevent them from taking part in the activities they loved when they were healthy and mobile. Much-loved hobbies may continue to be a part of daily living with the following tips. Using my identify, modify, and simplify model, hobbies may be both a source of activity, reminiscing, and enhancement of quality of life. Identify hobbies: photography, fishing, woodworking, knitting, collections, cooking, hiking, reading, and gardening are just a few examples that we can bring back into the lives of our loved ones. Create a box or a tray that can both serve as an activity, always at the ready, or ready when you have the time to spend and work together. It is also important to identify the level of memory care issues and physical limitations. Always be aware of safety issues. As the level of dementia increases, your client may forget how to use the items. Many times you will find that putting almost everything in the mouth is common, so be vigilant about what you offer as an activity. This is where you need to modify and simplify. Let's go through a few examples. Use the container from Hobbies. A tackle box, a knitting box, a backpack, a toolbox can hold anything. They can hold birthday cards, they can hold games, they can hold photos, and they can be placed for easy access. There is great satisfaction in opening and closing a familiar container. There's a sewing box. Just fill the box from the hobby with much-loved items. If higher functioning, use the containers for tools of the trade. A toolbox can still hold tools. Think safety first, as always, but it can hold screws and nuts and bolts, and how about a wooden block and sandpaper? Right in the toolbox, you can put sandpaper and a block, and it's always in the box. Tools are a wonderful memory for people who worked with tools as their livelihood or as a hobby. Think of a woodworker. There are many safe items you can still have in a toolbox. A level. Oh my gosh. Can you level this for me? Is this level, Grandpa? Can you measure this? Just holding some of these items and having them in your toolbox, and much-loved items. Some items can even be used for exercise. There's nothing in here, no staples, nothing. This is also a very tactile tool to hold. And of course, you take the blade out. There's nothing sharp in here. Nothing. They're not going to be sanding down your furniture. Take everything sharp out. But the holding and the tactileness of this is so fabulous. Paintbrushes, any of these kinds of things can be put in the toolbox right there at the ready. So, put this out of the way. Another really wonderful hobby that people, men and women, used to do quite a bit: fly fishing, fishing. What about a tackle box? What about a tackle box filled with still the wonderful items? Oh my gosh, to be able to utilize these things, hold them, teach. You can put in books. Here's fly books, pictures of fly fishing, pictures of fish, to be able to identify the actual fish that people were so interested in. Tackle box can have the lures. Oh my gosh, to be able to open up your tackle box, I think I'm getting there. To be able to open up your tackle box and put out a beautiful lure without the hooks, without the hooks. Make them accessible, make them ready. What about cookbooks and recipes? What about having accessible a bird book and binoculars right by the bedside, right by the favorite chair? That way, if you see something, if you see a bird, boom, you've got it. What about a camera? What about a camera that is easily accessible? Think modify, think simplify. A real camera for taking real pictures throughout the day. You can always go through the pictures at the end of the day. What a wonderful connection. Digital cameras open the door for so many activities. What about an old camera with no battery, no film? Just the feel and the action of putting it up to your face and taking a picture brings back wonderful memories. Short-term memory issues do so well with activities that you can do over and over again. There are so many ways to incorporate hobbies and quality of life activities, but these should start you off with a few ideas. Just remember to identify the hobbies and interests, then move to modify and simplify based on memory and health limitations. Thank you for watching and listening to my Use Right Now tips. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment so our caregiving community can continue to learn and grow from each other.